Now, if I want to start my research and I've done a mind map or I've done some brainstorming, another alternative place we can start, rather than digging right into the academic literature and searching the databases, is to start with a background resource. There's a couple of background resources I recommend to students to get started. This is really important if you don't know a lot about your topic already. Again, this helps you build keywords, and this is kind of the next step in the research process because you'll be able to link to existing research through the referencing, learn about different language keywords that you'd want to use, etc. So Credo Academic Core is a really great place to start. So if I am searching a topic, let's say I'm looking at the topic of bullying. If we want to do a search in Credo, it's very, very simple. One or two keywords should be sufficient. When we do our search in Credo, we will be given a list of encyclopedia and dictionary entries on that particular topic. Before we even look at those, I want to draw your attention to this web, this kind of mind map that's in the top right over here. Credo will actually link the term that you're looking at, in this case bullying, to other kinds of terms that might be useful to you. So for instance, child abuse, victimization, psychological abuse, victim blaming, sexual harassment, psychological manipulation. It's linking this term to other keywords that may be valuable to the database. So that's number one. As you go through and you look at the sources that are available, you'll see that there's a wide variety, and you can kind of tell what the source is going to be about depending on where it's been published. So for instance, this article here, Bullying in School, comes from the Reader's Guide to the Social Sciences. So that's a general social sciences reference guide. We have bullying in the Encyclopedia of Diversity and Social Justice, bullying in the Gale Encyclopedia of Public Health, bullying in the Encyclopedia of Criminology and Criminal Justice, and so on. You can see the length of the articles, so some of these are very long. For instance, if we go back to this Gale Encyclopedia of Public Health, we say that this article is about 4,300 words and more, and includes some images, has some other key concepts. When you go into these particular sources, it's well worth to read these in depth. We will get related searches on the right. We'll get our main article here. We also get related articles, which is really helpful because then you don't have to do all your searching manually. Credo is pretty good at pointing you to other things you might want to read. And most of the time, these encyclopedia articles are broken into really useful sections. So for instance, if we were talking about bullying, well, there's actually a whole section here on bullying in children, bullying in the workplace, etc. Cyberbullying, or that could be online bullying, and this might include some stuff about social media, risk factors, causes and symptoms, etc. This article is very, very in-depth, and it's broken out into nice subject headings. One of the advantages to using a long or in-depth article in any reference resource are the references available at the bottom. You'll notice in this particular article, we have references to a number of books listed at the very top, followed by periodicals, so journal articles, as well as websites. This is particularly helpful because often you can use these resources in your actual research. Back to our original search, there's still a couple of things that we can do with Credo reference as well as Oxford, which I'll show you in a second, that can help narrow our search. Now, we found some pretty good resources by searching just the term bullying. That being said, if you need to narrow your search to a particular discipline, we can also do that. You'll notice that above the articles that are listed, there's a variety of things that we can limit our search to. For instance, under types, we can look for references and definitions. Under subject, we can actually limit our search to the particular discipline we want to search in. We can limit our searches to resources that contain images or audio or maps. And of course, we can limit by date, and we can limit by length. This is really helpful if you're looking for a very in-depth article where you can get as many keywords as possible. Limiting your search to a long article would be in your interests. In addition to Credo, I also recommend taking a look at Oxford Reference. It operates in a very similar fashion, though it doesn't include all of the features. If you do a simple search for bullying, we will get a fairly in-depth list of results. Similar to Credo, it will tell us the dictionary or the reference guide that this particular article is published in. So again, you'll see probably some of the similar types of sources that we saw in Credo. So a dictionary of social work and social care, bullying in a dictionary of education. This source would be particularly valuable if you were interested in the education angle about bullying. So bullying that takes place in the classroom or say in K-12 schools. You can also see that there's a variety of other things too, such as dictionary of construction, surveying, and civil engineering. We have gender studies, we have public health. Like Credo, we get the year that it was published, the length of the article, and the subject or the discipline that it belongs to. Again, you can also limit your search by subject using the resources on the left.